Peace up, family. This your brother Samal here, reporting live from the beautiful coastal town of Diani here in Kenya. Wherever you guys might be, top of the day, good afternoon and good evening. Let me talk about disgruntled black folks, so-called African Americans, that come to Africa having disillusion, it's like, family, we got to understand. If you come in here with the spirit of your cup is half full, it's gonna be half full. If you have negative perceptions, negative outlooks on Africa, right? If you come in that spirit, all you would see, all of your experiences is going to be highlighted. It's a matter of how you think. It's a matter of how you perceive things in life. So if you're having that kind of attitude, no matter where you are in the world, the universe, the world is going to meet you wherever you at in your head. Know that to be true. So if you look in with a negative outlook, and people going to make you upset, the environment is going to make you upset, you're just going to be a ball of negativity. And that's not a successful recipe to win in Africa. Stay tuned. I'm going to move around a little bit, but this is the topic that we're going to discuss today. Chano, stay tuned. Yeah, family. So actually, this is the young lady that we bought the workshop from, that we're working out of. This is her shop. So just coming in here, they have a car for sale. So I'm gonna check out the vehicle. And I seen this little cool hat. What you guys think? Rastafari. I'm loving it. Chano. So we just move around. Let's come this way. They have an assortment. They have all kind of goods for you guys: jewelry, bracelets, pocketbooks, t-shirts, Rasta hats. Yeah, family. Okay, brother. Asante. Yeah, so we just moving around. I'm looking at this car right here. It's a 2019. So we're gonna see if we can negotiate and get him down. For those of you who don't know, I used to sell cars about 15 years ago. We used to buy and sell from the auctions in Washington, D.C., Tacoma Park, Virginia. We would put it on Facebook Marketplace, Craigslist, and word of mouth. You know, I worked in a barbershop for many years, so I always had clients coming through. So stay tuned, fam. So, family, here we back at it. So do not come to Africa if you are overwhelmingly bitter If you are a complicated, complex person, it's not gonna work. One, because you're gonna get frustrated extremely fast. Do not come to Africa. If you're not a people person, people are gonna wanna engage you, they're gonna wanna talk to you. Example, you go into Mombasa and you get on the ferry, you're on the ferry with thousands of people, shoulder to shoulder, ankle to ankle, that kind of thing. So do not come if you don't want people in your personal space. It's not gonna work. Do not come with that colonizing kind of spirit, kind of energy. Give you an example. I was in Nairobi at Soul Veg vegan restaurant, right? And they had a couple of brothers from the States. And they had a Kenyan woman there with them. And they was just bossing the woman around like she was nothing. The attitude that they had was ridiculous, family. Ridiculous. So me and Jay Cafe looked at each other like, what is this? Is that better than syndrome? So do not come here with that spirit, with that attitude. It won't work. I'm just here to tell you. Do not come if you are not ready for a slower pace. The energy here, the rhythm here in Kenya is extremely different from the hustle and bustle of America. It's different, family. So if you're accustomed to taking care of business instantly, you're in for a rude awakening. You have to have a level of patience. And one may ask, man, I got to change all these things. Yeah. So I would say you might as well stay in the UK. You might as well stay in America if you're unable to make certain adjustments. Yeah, family, yeah, we're giving you different looks today. We're at the beautiful restaurant called Tribe Earth here in Diani, Kenya. This is a spot where we come and we get our Ethiopian dish here. That's one of the things that they feature. They have Buddha bowls, a lot of stuff. Check out their menu. But anyway, you guys know how, especially when it comes to black folks, you give someone a little bit of power, they just run with it. It's because we've been lacking power and authority for centuries. So it's sort of, that's the kind of energy that I saw coming from the brothers at the restaurant that was bullying this young Kenyan woman. And that is not the spirit. You might as well just keep that in America. Do not come to Africa with that kind of spirit. It's not gonna work, especially not here in Kenya. You have a lot of young people that's up on things, and you will be called out on it. You know, it reminds me of another gentleman that I knew in Washington D.C. And I didn't know this about him until I saw him out in the street at work. And older gentleman, Larry was about 60 at the time, and he was a crossing guard for children. You heard me correctly. He was a crossing guard. When the children went to school in the morning or when they got out of school, he would help them to cross the street safely. So one day I'm going up 13th Street and I see Larry. I didn't say nothing to him. I'm just looking at him in the car. And he was bullying people. He wouldn't let people cross the street. There was no traffic in sight, but you couldn't cross until he told you that you can cross. So I just laughed, right? And when I saw Larry again in the barbershop, I asked him about it. I'm like, man, what was that about, Larry? He was like, man, you know, the kids and other people, man, they be a certain kind of way. Nah. When you give certain people a little bit of authority, they run with it, family. And that's exactly what Larry was doing. And Larry is my guy, you know, but that particular, we cannot bring that energy to Africa, family. Keep that in the Americas. Keep that colonizer spirit in the UK. Don't come here if you tend on bullying folks. It's not going to work here. You know, if you are not patient, you ain't going to work here. You know? So, what else, family? I know I'm missing something. I know I'm missing something. So just know that if you're looking to come to Africa, you're on a different time. You're on a different rhythm. Things are slower here. You come here for a slower, what they call it, a slow life. Certain people call it a soft life. You're just looking to do things different. You're not coming to Africa to replicate what it is that you learned in the Americas. Different energy, different vibe, different spirit for different folks. You understand what I'm saying? So, again, family, I want to emphasize you can do business here. You can employ people here. But I'm just saying, family, we want to come here in the spirit of locking arms with people, learning the environment, and moving as a family. We're not coming over here to, even though you might be someone's boss, you're not moving in the slave-like mentality or the master to slave-like mentality. Leave that in the Americas. It's bad enough that we experience that as a people. Let's learn from our experiences and not replicate it going forward. So I just want to share a little bit of my thoughts, a little bit of what I'm seeing here on the continent and what works, you know, and what doesn't. So just want to share a little bit of that with the tribe. Feel free to leave a comment in the chat. Leave a question if you want to reach out to myself. I'm accessible. All of my contact information is in the description. Yeah. So that's about it for today, family. I'm going to tune out right here just to tune back in. Peace out. Oh yeah, almost forgot. Don't forget to take care of yourselves, family. Chano. Peace out.